It has been a while since I did a low buy update, about 3 months. So I'm going to give you an update on April, May, and June for my low buy series. I apologize that it's been this long, but it is what it is. I can't even explain it. So I am happy to share with you kind of the beauty purchases that I've been making, as well as some clothing purchases. I'm going to start with the beauty category and just kind of go through everything. I'll actually show you the products. And then for the clothing, I'll just put like screenshots up on the screen instead of digging through my laundry. So if you are unfamiliar with kind of what I'm doing this year, I have the beauty and the clothing budgets that I am tracking and kind of giving myself a set dollar amount for. So for beauty, I get $50 a month. It can roll over if I don't spend it all, so it can build on itself. And I apologize, I'm got the lingering cough of COVID yet, but feeling a lot better. So yeah, but beauty gets $50 a month, and then I am doing different times of the year where I'm doing like replacement only. So the second quarter of the year, April, May, June, had no restrictions, but now that I'm in the third quarter, I am on a replacement only no buy. So truly, if I run out of something, I can buy it, but past that, I'm not going to be buying any like beauty purchases just because I want them. So that's kind of some background you should know. As far as clothing goes, I gave myself kind of an overall budget of $600 per year. And I'll talk through kind of where my budgets are at when I get there. So before we get started, I'm going to open up my sparkling water here, have a few sips, and we'll dive in. Okay, so sorry about the lighting change. Thunderstorm is coming through, so I had to turn my lamp on here. Let's start with April. So April, I had a starting budget of $105. So January, February, March were replacement only no buy months. So I didn't spend everything and I had some rollover, which is great. I ended up spending all $105 of that in April. Some of these things were things that were kind of on my list that I was waiting to purchase. And with the kind of spring summer shift that happens in, in the second quarter, I had some things that I just wanted to get. So the first thing to share with you is a purchase from Dossier, the perfume company. I ended up getting 2 perfumes. These were on my list. I knew I was going to buy them. My boyfriend and I will place probably like 2 orders a year for Dossier. We both are, pretty pleased with the performance of the products. And they have kind of a coupon or running sale on their website where if you buy so many, you get a percentage off. So I believe if you buy 5, you get 20% off. And so between my boyfriend and I picked out 2, he picked out 3 this time. So the 2 that I got are 2 that I have been wearing pretty much every summer. This is just the first time I'm doing the Dossier version. So this one is the Powdery Coconut, which is the dupe for Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. And what I do is I write the dupe name on the packaging here, and I put a piece of tape over it because when you write it without the tape, it just kind of ends up wearing away from your hands or maybe being in your purse. But this is like summer suntan lotion, tropical coconut type scent. I really enjoy this, especially on warm days. It just works well with the heat. So this has been really, really lovely. I've used up like the actual Tom Ford one last year. So that is the first one. And the other one I got is the Citrus Green Apple. And this is the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue dupe. So this is definitely like a lot kind of more tart, like a fresh kind of fruity scent. I really enjoy this one as well. So when I don't want like the warm coconut, this is what I'm wearing in the summertime. Both of them are just very, very easy for me. I definitely enjoy them and they remind me of summer. So I don't know if I'll finish these all the way up this summer. We'll see, but I definitely will have a version of these every year because I just really like it. So at Dossier, my 2 perfumes came out to be $54.40. Okay, and then I made an Ulta order, which is where everything else came from that I'm about to show you. So I had a makeup purchase that we should talk about. I have been wanting to kind of explore primers. My favorite primer is the Too Faced Peachy Matte Primer, which unfortunately has been discontinued. And I still have like half of one left that I'm kind of cherishing. And along the way, I'm trying to find other options because I have oily skin. So I definitely want a primer to help keep me a little bit more matte and hold my makeup on. But I really have learned I don't like this silicone dimethicone like slip. I just don't like it. So one that had reviews that I was curious to try is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's okay. It's not like my all-time favorite, but it's okay. So I've been using this and I did get it in April. So I've had a few months kind of use of it. It's all right. Like I said, it's not my favorite. It won't replace the one, but it's not bad either. I also wanted to get, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Another e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. This is one that I already had, but I bought another color. I'm not going to go run and get it, but I got the champagne color. This is a more like taupey one. This is called Magnetic Pull that I've had for a year. I really like them because they're in a stick format. You can just kind of draw them onto your eyes. And you know, you have like a minute to blend it in and then it does set, at least for me. So I wanted to get another one. The champagne one is a little bit brighter. I can use on the inner corner or just like a quick wash all over the lid. So I really have enjoyed that as well. And then Ulta had some sort of like gift with purchase when I was purchasing those two e.l.f. products. So I ended up getting this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer for free. I wasn't planning to purchase this. However, I have been, you know, kind of curious about it. And when I looked at the shade that they were going to be sending as the free gift, it was the shade that I would have selected for myself if I was purchasing. So it kind of all worked out. This is the shade Tan Lines. I have really been enjoying it. I do have it on today. I'm probably washed out with this light, but I have been enjoying it. The actual color itself is pretty good for me. I mean, it's a little warm, but you know, it's bronzer, so it's okay. You can blend it out. That's a little bit of a heavier swatch, but I really like that it's a cream to powder type consistency. I find that once it sets onto my skin, it holds well. Like that's kind of the nice thing about a cream product, but it doesn't feel heavy because of the lightness of the powder finish. So I have been enjoying it. Kind of a nice little bonus, I suppose. And then I also got a couple of nail polishes in this order. So in April, I was getting into like a lot more of my spring nail polishes. And in the spring, I always am drawn to like light pastel type colors. So I picked up two. The first one is the Ella Mila Pistache. So it's this really pretty kind of light green. I have some light blues and I have one that's kind of like a robin's egg blue, kind of like a turquoisey blue green. But I wanted something a little bit more like true green. So I really like this. It's like a kind of like a mint color. I really enjoyed wearing this. The lasting power is great. So that has been wonderful. And then I also really like the look of white nails. And I do have actually two white nail polishes already, but they're like a very opaque white. They almost look like you put white out on your fingers. It just is too stark against my skin tone. So I wanted a more like sheer formula of a white. So I picked out the Essie Marshmallow. I know that this has been around forever and probably everybody's tried it, but it is like a really thin kind of white cream. And I like it because it's not as stark. So I can still get the kind of the bright nails, and the white nails I think look really crisp and clean without it looking like white out. I don't really even know how to describe it other than this just works for me and I'm really pleased with it. So this has also been a really great addition for me. Okay, and then the last two products that I bought from Ulta during this order were from Tree Hut. So I got the watermelon scrub, which I really have been enjoying. I purchased this specifically for, I do like pedicures at home. So I'll soak my feet, it feels really nice. And then I'll use this as a scrub, and it definitely helps to get kind of anything off of my feet that might be a little bit kind of like calloused or built up. So I have really enjoyed this. The scent is fabulous. I love that there's like little black spots in here. They're like little specks that make it look like the watermelon seeds. I think it's really cute. I've loved Tree Hut scrubs for a long time. They're a great formula. So I haven't used one for a few years, but did not disappoint. So very happy with that. And then I also got the Tree Hut Tropic Glow Firming Whipped Shea Body Butter. And this has surprised me. So TikTok has said that this is like a close dupe to the Boom Boom Cream. I have samples of the Boom Boom Cream and it's similar, but I wouldn't say it's a dupe. It does smell good though. But this has actually kind of surprised me. Normally when I see body butter, I think of something very rich and kind of heavy, something that I would be drawn to using in the wintertime. But this has been actually kind of light and refreshing. So it does dry pretty quickly on my skin, which is great, you know, right after a shower or something and you want to get dressed. And I really have enjoyed it. I don't know about like the firming benefits necessarily, but I do know I like the product itself. It's actually almost done. I've been using it consistently. So those are kind of the body type purchases. So all in all from Ulta, I did have some like coupons, I'm sure, like the $3.50 off, and I might have used reward points. I can't really remember at this point, but I ended up spending $50.60 on those items. So that means that I spent my full budget, and at the end of April, I had nothing to carry over into May. Okay, so then for May, I gave myself my $50 a month budget. So I had $50 to spend throughout May. I ended up spending $45.45. And I made just one big kind of purchase from Walgreens. So I was in the Minneapolis area after we went to New Orleans. That's right. And I needed a couple of things. And I just was not in the mood to go to like multiple stores or order online. I just wanted to go to a drugstore, get what I needed, and call it a day. So I went to Walgreens because it's a, you know, drugstore close to my home. And the main thing that I needed was a detangling spray. So I picked this one from Shea Moisture. It's the Coconut and Hibiscus Kids Extra Moisturizing Detangler. I like it. It's been working fine for me. I do obviously have curly hair, so I need a detangler after a shower to just help me kind of work through any snarls. A lot of time my curly hair, especially like at the back of my neck, will curl on itself and kind of make little knots. So this is a critical thing for me to have in my hair care routine, and I was getting very, very low. So I picked this up. It's okay. Like I said, I didn't have a ton of selection options, but I did have this, and I like that it's a pretty thin, watery consistency. What I've learned is that like thicker, creamier consistencies of like leave-in conditioners just aren't really vibing with me right now. I prefer something that's like a true thin liquid. So I'm really liking this. And then I also needed a top coat. So I picked this one up from, you know, the nail polish section. It's the Essie No Chips Ahead. I'm just going to give you a little disclaimer. I hate this. So I have since purchased another top coat that I will talk about more. What happens is it makes my nails tacky for a really long time, like hours. And then I ultimately end up smudging or doing something just to disrupt the nail polish, and it just doesn't look great. So I needed a top coat because my other one had completely gone too thick and stringy. So this still was an improvement from the top coat I previously was using because it was just old and tired. But this isn't it. So don't waste your money. And since I was looking at nail polishes, I decided to pick up two more for the summertime. On my toes, I typically like kind of a deeper shade than on my nails. So I picked up this kind of like plum aubergine color from Essie. This is Bahama Mama. And I really liked that it was kind of this purple. I have, you know, reds and blues that I use quite a bit. And I used to have a plum purple, but it got, you know, too old. So I wanted to get another plum. I have worn this on my fingers as well, and I enjoyed it. But that's kind of what drew me into this one. And then I wanted a nice punchy pink for the summertime. So I got the No Shade Here from Essie, and it's this bright hot pink. I do have a few other pinks, but nothing like this kind of vibrancy. So I've really enjoyed this. I've had a lot of compliments when I wear this as well. People say, wow, I just love how that looks. And I think it's a total like fun summery color. So very happy with this. So those 4 items from Walgreens came out to $45.45, which means that I ended May with a remaining balance of $4.55 to roll over into June. Right, so for June's beauty purchases, Like I said, I started, I had a rollover of $4.55, and then I added my $50 in. So I had a total balance of $54.55. And I made one order from Ulta. I had a couple of things that I definitely needed to get, and then a couple of things that I just wanted to get. So the first one that kind of prompted the order is my mascara. So this is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I got the waterproof version for Q3 of the year. This is my favorite mascara. I like the waterproof and the regular. I switch my mascaras quarterly, so I knew that I needed to buy a mascara in June so that on July 1st I could switch over to this one. So this was already something that I knew I was going to have to purchase. And then I also needed to get a replacement in my skincare. So I kind of have like different serums going at the same time. I have a method to my madness, but one of these serums that I like to use in the evening is a hyaluronic acid serum. So my favorite one has been from Good Molecules. I like it because it's just so straightforward and it's very inexpensive, but it's a nice packaging, like it doesn't break or malfunction on me. So I wanted to pick this up so that I would still have it, you know, to keep using. So yeah, that was definitely a need for me to have in my routine. I didn't want to be without it. And then I also wanted to pick up a pressed powder with a tint to it. Normally I use like a translucent type powder and a loose version, but I wanted to get a powder that had a tint to it so I could use it as like a powder foundation or at least a very light coverage type thing for my skin. I do have oily skin, and being the summertime, I just don't like a lot of thick, heavy makeup on my skin or like layers of makeup. So I was thinking about getting the Fenty what's it called? Powder foundation. But I decided to try the ColourPop one first. And I figured, let me try the more inexpensive version. And if I don't like it, then I can get the Fenty one. I actually really like it. So this is the Pretty Fresh powder. I got the shade Light 6, which is definitely a good fit for me for the summertime. The rest of the year, this would be too deep for me. But I've been loving this. I can put it on just with the sponge that it comes with. It has a nice big mirror. I've already hit pan. So I can use this to apply it. I also have a flat top like kabuki brush that I can use to apply it and buff it into my skin. It gives me a like light to maybe medium type coverage, which is fine by me. I'm really just trying to keep the shine down and maybe a little bit of redness control for my skin, but I am loving this. My oily skin stays matte when I use this. It's not breaking through and getting like gross on my skin, so I'm a big fan. We will see how long this lasts, but so far I definitely see myself repurchasing. We'll just have to see though, kind of like how long it lasts and how much I want to use a powder foundation come fall and winter. But for summertime, loving it. Okay, and then the last kind of thing that I wanted to get were some body mist. So I do love my perfumes. I try to save them a little bit more for like when I leave the house. But when I'm just home, I'm working from home all day and I'm not really leaving the home, I still want to spray something on to smell nice. It doesn't have to have the most, long lasting power. I also like to spray something on after a shower just to like keep the, freshness going. So I found a little kit from Pacifica with 3 scents of like a smaller sized bottle. And I thought that would be great because I've always been curious about the Pacifica body mist, but I never wanted to commit to like a large full size in case I didn't like the scent. So I got this 3-pack and these are each 2 ounces each. So there's 3 different scents. There's this Island Vanilla, which smells like vanilla cupcakes. It is so sugary sweet. I'm actually really into it. Normally I don't like bakery scents, and this isn't quite bakery, but this is really, really nice. I'm liking that a lot. Then there's this Indian coconut nectar. This is, like a coconut kind of like rich scent. So I'm really enjoying this as well. And these can be sprayed on your body or in your hair. So it kind of picks up when I do a few mists like against my chest, onto my clothes and onto my hair. It just smells divine. And then this one I really wasn't sure about, but I'm really liking it. I think this is my favorite of the 3 right now. This is the Tahitian Gardenia. And this has like a nice kind of floral sweet scent. It's very like clean and crisp. So I'm really liking all three of these. I am pretty much spraying one of these on daily, whether it be kind of during my morning routine as I'm, brushing my teeth and doing my skincare, just kind of spritz this on, or like after showers, like I said, when I put my PJs on, I like to spray a couple of mists here and there. And it just, I don't know, it just sets the tone. It's been really nice. I know that body mists don't have the same staying power, but I'm not looking for it to have the same staying power. So this has been fabulous. I really, really like it. If you ever want to try the Pacifica ones, I think this little 3 set is a good way to go. So that is it for the purchases. So again, Ulta in June, I spent $44.08, which gave me a remaining of $10.47 to roll into July. I'm not going to be giving you an update on July right now because the month is not over, but that is my kind of long-awaited beauty low buy recap, I suppose you could call it. Let me just quickly run through the clothing purchases I made. So I have kind of this number, the $600 number for my clothing purchases throughout the year. It just helps me kind of weigh my options and not easily overspend on clothing. That's definitely something that I can mindlessly spend on. So that's kind of the purpose. It doesn't have like a set schedule of $50 a month. It's really all coming from my personal spending category in my budget every month. But I just want to cap it at $600 to kind of prevent overspending in that area. So in April, I started the month with $350.88 remaining in that $600 budget. And in April, I spent $39.98. I made an order from Old Navy. So in March, I had a really large Old Navy kind of order, and I'm loving everything that I got. I'm very pleased with those purchases. And in there, I got this dress. It's kind of like a blue gingham type pattern. And I wanted to get that same dress in another color. So I picked out black, and I will put a screenshot from the website here. So I got this black one. I love this silhouette. I've worn it a lot. I always get compliments, and it's kind of like the perfect texture, like fabric texture and silhouette for like dressy casual occasions. For example, my boyfriend has taken me along with some of his work dinners, and I can wear that and like totally be appropriate for the setting. I was able to hit Old Navy when dresses were half off, so that's why I pulled the trigger on this black one. And then I also saw that they had a similar style with more of like a sleeveless, like a tank top sleeveless approach in a chambray fabric. So I did pick that up as well, and I'm really enjoying that one. That one's definitely a little bit more casual, but it's great for the summertime. I can easily slip it on and know that, I'm good to go. So I've been really, really enjoying these dresses from Old Navy. The other thing that happened in April is I did a clothing donation to our local donation center. And I have a rule in my clothing category that if I donate 10 clothing or shoe type items, I can earn $30 back into my budget. So I did in fact donate 10 clothing related items. So I earned $30 back into my budget during the month of April. So I actually ended the month with a total of $340.40 remaining, because I really kind of washed out. The Old Navy was $39.98 and I earned $30 back. So it's really like I only spent about $9.98 throughout the month. So May for me was a clothing no buy month, nothing allowed. So I did succeed in that. I spent nothing. The second month of each quarter is a true no buy month for me. So that would be, my next one will be August and then November, where I won't be spending any money on clothing. So I still had $340.40 going into June. And then in June, I spent a total of $38.29. So I did 2 different orders. The first was from Target. We were already purchasing other stuff, and their t-shirts and women's tank tops were on sale. And I did need to replace my white t-shirt from last year. It just is, really ratty now. Actually, it's been a couple of years since I had that one. So I wanted to get a white t-shirt to replace that, like a crisp one. This is a Target t-shirt, so it's a similar style, just a t-shirt with a v-neck. It's what I like to wear. So I got a white t-shirt, kind of like a seafoam green, like a light green color, and also like a charcoal gray, like a deeper gray. So those three have been welcomed and well loved already. It's nice to have kind of fresh t-shirts. Summer, that's just kind of my go-to of what to wear. So those were on sale. And then also I got one tank top. It's a ribbed gray kind of like scoop neck with a thicker, I don't know, strap, I guess, because I do prefer to wear, like, I have a strapless bra, but it's not my favorite. So I do prefer to wear like a normal structured bra, but I don't always want my bra strap showing. So having a thicker kind of shoulder has been really nice, and it's working well for me. So those were all on sale, and I ended up spending $20.30 on those 4 tops from Target. And then I did order a t-shirt from Amazon for the 4th of July / the rest of the summer. I have been wearing it quite a bit, actually. So it's just a kind of like a plain blue t-shirt with USA and a flag on it. I will put up a screenshot here, but it's so soft and it's just really kind of nice. It kind of goes with anything summer Americana feel. So that was $17.99, but I think it's totally worth it. So all in all, again, spent $38.29 in June on clothing, which gives me a remaining balance of $302.11. So at the end of the first half of the year, I'm about halfway through my budget, which makes sense. I've got 2 more completely no-buy months coming up. So that, again, is going to be August and November for clothing. So I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling positive. I have kind of a nice balance in my life right now. I'm not really craving a lot of purchases. So, I'll just keep updating you guys. I hopefully won't go another 3 months. Apologies for that, but it has been just kind of a busy summer. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. That's going to be it for me today. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.